Right on to the real, much love to these haters. It's time for the Lakers. It's time for the Lakers. Right on to the real, much love to these haters. It's time for the Lakers. It's time for the Lakers. Right on to the real, much love to these haters. It's time for the Lakers. It's time for the Lakers. Man, what is happening, my YouTube family? Of course, it is your boy B New, and I know I already came at you all this morning for the morning show. And talked about my predictions for the Lakers game on this evening, as well as the point spread and all those things. But first and foremost, as always, positive vibrations out to everybody. And let's send positive vibrations out to a LeBron James, because it seems as though they are reporting that he has right knee soreness, if I'm not mistaken, and he has been listed as out for tonight, which has improved Philadelphia's chances and also given the Lakers a few extra points if you are following the point spread. But at the end of the day, this is a game that I still can be winnable by the Los Angeles Lakers if Frank Vogel continues to play with his rotations the way he did on last game. So I like the same lineup that he started last time. I would take AD against Embiid, Stanley Johnson against Tobias Harris, and I just say instead of LeBron James, how about put THT in that starting lineup? That way you have two people who can cut and create for others as well as create their own shot in Russell Westbrook and THT, who can go ahead and play that 3 spot if need be, playing small with Stanley Johnson and Anthony Davis, which I think would be a formidable matchup against the Philadelphia 76ers. So I don't know. I just hope he doesn't trot out that lineup with Trevor Ariza and Dwight Howard to start the game. He may choose to go big and bring in Dwight Howard against Joel Embiid, which I'm not totally against. I think Dwight Howard can hold his own, even though his pick and roll defense has been lacking, and he has turned into a hack master of a late. So he needs to watch his fouls if he does indeed get the start. I definitely don't want to see any DeAndre Jordan. Dwight Howard, if he can get the start, that's fine. If they choose to go big for a while, and then the Lakers can go small, even though Anthony Davis isn't small. But without the LeBron James tonight, I don't know. I never saw that he was favoring his knee. The 2 steals last games and the dunk and everything else. I mean, I don't know. At some point, he hurt his knee. If he did, I'm not sure he played until the last minute mark. Maybe it was just something that's affected him more. But the Lakers do have a back-to-back tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken, the Lakers will be playing at Charlotte. And we know LeBron James always likes to come and give Charlotte a little something special, considering who the owner of Charlotte is. So maybe LeBron James, they're just resting him on the first night of a back-to-back instead of resting him on the latter end of the back-to-back. Who knows? Hopefully that is the case, that they just simply giving him some rest versus him having any kind of issues, because it seems like the Lakers can't seem to get fully healthy. As soon as AD comes out, now it's LeBron. When LeBron was carrying the load, there was no AD. I still, like I said, think this is a winnable game for the Lakers, because I think they match up good against Philadelphia, considering Anthony Davis can hold his own and can make Joel Embiid work on that side. Hopefully Stanley Johnson will continue to get the start, especially since he has been signed to a deal now. And speaking of that deal, it's just worked so well for the Lakers that Stanley Johnson was signed to a 1-year deal, actually a 2-year deal, with the Lakers having the option to pick him up on next year. And he's playing at the league minimum, so that's a great deal and a good savings for the Lakers. And then he'll have his bird rights, indeed, if they choose to opt in on his deal on next year and then negotiate, and he can make more money down the road. So congratulations to Stanley Johnson on that. I think he's hungry to prove that he was worth being a lottery pick in this league, and he's going to continue to play hard on the defensive end. And if he can continue to knock down those corner threes, that'll be a good plus for the Lakers. And I hope tonight that Austin Reeves get a lot of minutes and Monk gets a lot of minutes, and I hope Trevor Ariza gets 0 minutes. And watch what I'm telling you all. When Trevor Ariza is in the game, he can't keep anybody in front of him. It seems as though he lost all his lateral movement. I don't know if it was due to injury, but the injury has been long since done. And he's been back from COVID protocol for well over, 2 or 3 weeks now at least. So no excuses for him. And if he's not giving it to you on the 3-point side, on the offensive end, and he's not defending, then he has no need to be in the game. And I'm sorry, that just is what it is. So I would like to see a rotation with THT, Monk, Austin Reeves coming off the bench with, of course, Melo. And if they do the starting lineup without LeBron, I hope that it will be Westbrook, Bradley, THT, Stanley Johnson, and Anthony Davis, because I think that lineup will be able to hold their own. If they come out with Dwight Howard, I would still prefer to see. Then maybe they might go with Dwight Howard in the center, let AD play the 4, and then maybe Stanley can still play that 3 as a wing defender, and then have Avery Bradley. Then you'll still have pretty like 4 good defensive players in, and let Russell Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook, as long as he plays in control tonight, I think the Lakers can still pull off a victory. And damn it, I'm gonna go out on a limb even without LeBron James, and I'm gonna pick the Lakers right now. I think they come out of the gate slow as usual, but they play from behind is good. And I think by the time we get to halftime, you're going to be looking at a close game with Philly maybe leaving by 4 or 5, and then the Lakers coming out and having a good third quarter, because for so long at the beginning of the season, they did poor in the third quarter until they really started focusing and doing a lot better, not just offensively, but defensively, coming out of the locker room, making some adjustments. And let's just hope if he does have that stupid lineup of Ariza, when he comes back out in the second half, he will know to make the adjustments, because we all saw what happened in Miami. So let's just hope the best for LeBron James, that he stays healthy and can get back soon, because the Lakers will need him for this run, and hope it's nothing serious with his knee. We know LeBron James has had that high ankle sprain before. We know we had the groin. Somebody put in the comments, I can't really remember if I ever seen LeBron James have any knee issues. So that's something they definitely want to take caution to and be very precautious of, because you do not want to risk playing LeBron James and getting him injured, because without LeBron James, the Lakers will be a sinking ship. But like I said, I still would pick them tonight. I say final score, because the Lakers, I think, going to play some good defense tonight. I say a final score of, let's go, Lakers 111, Philadelphia 76ers 105. Lakers by 6. That's my prediction. I'm sticking to it. I could be wrong because there's no LeBron James, but I think that's going to motivate other players to step up. And as long as Vogel, now that is my pick, as long as Vogel doesn't start Trevor Ariza. If he starts Trevor Ariza, Lakers going to get their ass blown out the water. So let's just hope he does not. But as always, man, right on to the real. Much love to the haters, and I'm about. Peace.